right, y'all, so I really want to know what happened to the art of the diss track. We just bring it back. Please, at this point, bring it back. Make it exciting.
Holy worship me, yeah, you could blow me. I ain't the only, you so lonely, insecure, they don't control me.
Real quick, I know there were some of you who wanted me to talk about Interview with the Vampire, the TV show with my husband, Grey Worm, Jacob Anderson, you already know. So I did end up speaking a little bit about episode 3 on my other channel. That is youtube.com/AvatarAdrian. If you want to check that out, make sure that you do, because there are, House of the Dragon videos. Also keeping you up to date with the latest nerd news, what's going on at Marvel, all that kind of stuff on my other channel, so make sure that you check it out. So y'all favorite rapper got into it with, yet again, with someone else. And honestly, was just watching the whole thing unfold. I'm not gonna go through and piece the thing together, you know what I mean, tweet by tweet, mention by mention. I'm not doing that shit. But just watching the whole thing unfold, like, first of all, immediately, you already know that with Miss Mamas, what she does is a lot of projection. What she does is she pissed at herself. She's insecure with a lot of shit about herself, where she at, what she doing, the war she has won, hasn't won, whatever. So anytime she chooses a target, it's just convenient for her in that moment. So it's like, if I was Latto, I would have let that shit just let her talk to herself by herself in the dark, because you already know they gotta turn them lights off. Like I said on Twitter, on Halloween they gotta turn their lights off at their house. So it's like, let her talk by herself in the dark, pissed about nominations and shit. And it's just like, even if Miss Mamas had points about the Grammys, taking it from pop category to rap category, whatever, it's just like, people talk about how the Grammys don't mean shit and it doesn't matter anymore and blah, 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 but then you come over here attacking other people for some shit I feel like you should be dragging the Grammys about. It's just weird all around. It was recorded phone conversations, it was like screenshots and shit of DMs and text messages all online. And then I guess, Latto went for the jugular, talking about, well, you surround yourself with your family's abusers, blah, 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 rapists and all this shit. And then Miss Mama's gonna come back talking about, well, you didn't care about X, Y, and Z. You didn't care about this person's past when you worked with them. You didn't care about these people having these kinds of past that you're over here trying to drag when you were trying to get features, or you're trying to work with. You're just taking pictures, liking pictures and all that type of shit. And it's just like, okay, but at the end of the day, all of that just displays what's so fucked up about the industry. It's just that nobody want to talk about the weird, rapey, abusive shit that goes on until some shit hits the fan. Everybody working with each other, everybody just ignoring pasts, everybody just like, oh well, I'm not gonna talk about it. And the only time it does come out is when people trying to drag and read. And it's just like, everybody look corny. But when it comes to Miss Mamas, it's everybody else's fault. It's everybody, she got to take a shit on everybody else who's not literally worshiping her ass, sucking her dick. This is what you get. So like I said, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, because you literally can just look at their timelines and piece everything together, right? But I will say that a lot of these celebrities have been showing us who they are for years and years and years and years. And it's just because some people have reached a certain level of coin, a certain level of notoriety, of fame and shit, that a lot of people just like, even in this situation where you can see that Miss Mamas is a common denominator, right? But everybody want to tiptoe around that fucking point. Everybody else in the industry is the problem. Like, you can't be serious. So with people like that, I noticed that you just gotta ignore their ass, because they feed off that shit. And I think that Miss Latto, like I said, it just gives very much, you took the bait that Miss Mama's laid out. Like, she wanted to pick a fight. That's why she was over here. Because there are many ways to express your annoyance with the nominations or what's going on with your song without doing what Miss Mamas did. Like, there are many ways to do that. So it's obviously a bait, and I feel like there comes, everybody got to pick and choose their battles, but definitely with Miss Mamas, that's definitely with y'all fave, she needs a target. In order to feel whole, she needs a target, right? And you just happen to be that this week. It will be somebody else the next day and the next day and the day after that. So don't even give Mamas the time of day. It's crazy that we even having this conversation like colorism versus abuser defender. It's just like, I don't have no dog in this fight like that, but it's just interesting to watch all the shit unfold. That's all I gotta say on that. That's all I'm saying on that. Okay, y'all, so I think that Terri Jo, I don't watch a whole lot of her stuff because I'm not as active as I should be, I guess, on TikTok. And I don't know, I think she does, so I'm sure she is active on other sites as well, but Terri Jo is fucking, Terri Jo is hilarious. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she's extremely, like, she's doing her thing. She's extremely successful. She interviewing celebrities and stuff. And they sitting down with her, obviously knowing that it's gonna be all fun and games and jokes and stuff. So the latest one that I saw was Terri Jo sitting down with Madonna, and literally she called her ass 80 years old. she called her old to her face and saying that's the reason why she was forgetful. But just watch it.
WWTJD. What would Terri Jo do?
Who's Terri Jo?
Huh?
Who's Terri Jo?
I was about to say, who's Terri Jo?
Oh, should I not know? Should I know? Who's Terri Jo? Oh, you're Terri Jo. Oh my God.
You're literally speaking to her.
I just know your stage name.
If I was 80 years old too, I would be forgetting people's names too.
Well, then you understand.
Yeah, that just makes sense.
Obviously, Madonna did not know, like, Terri Jo's, like, because I guess that's not her, that's her real name, or that's a different name, as opposed to, like, her stage name, I guess. But, I mean, I know her as Terri Jo. Either way, Madonna was like, I don't know who Terri Jo is, and Terri Jo looked at her face and literally said, oh, yeah, mama, I understand, you're old as hell, so of course you wouldn't remember. And then this other one just was hilarious to me, too.
You can say whatever you want, you're Madonna.
Okay.
You can say the N-word if you want.
And of course, Terri Jo's cracking up because she literally just said, Madonna, you can say the N-word if you want to, because you're Madonna. It's just very obvious the reason why it's funny, like I said, because Madonna did refer, she had to end up like apologizing or some shit because Madonna referred to her son a while back. Said the N-word while referring to her son Rocco on Instagram, I think. And it was just, I was just, when I remember when seeing that shit when it first came out, I was just like, am I seeing things? I was literally on Instagram, right? But either way, I just thought that was funny. And Terri Jo's doing her thing. She's fucking hilarious. And that's it, you know, that's all I want to say. So Viola Davis went on Hot Ones, and I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that, but if you've seen those like little clips or videos of celebrities being interviewed while also just, I don't know, eating some hot shit, some peppery ass hot sauce and chicken wings and shit. That's what Hot Ones is all about. So Viola Davis sat down, and you already know we got a whole lot of memes that we're about to be using in the future. First of all, look at her face when she tasted that hot shit. Just priceless, right? Then she looked at the interviewer and said, it's crazy, paraphrasing though, she was just like, it's kind of crazy that nobody has leapt over this table and whooped your ass for this because it was so hot. And that's what I be thinking, because it's like, I watch all these celebrities go on that show, and I'm thinking like, if I was a celebrity and I went on that show, I would be worried about like, okay, eating the extremely hot foods, like extremely peppery fucking foods, it's terrible when you're eating it. But I'm thinking about like in 6 hours or the next day, depending on how late you eat. That's what I'm thinking about. That's like going in, bad and bad enough, but you talking about coming out, that's what I'd be worried about. I'm like, if it's this hot for y'all eating this shit, if it's this hot going in, I can only imagine the struggle that y'all had going to the bathroom the next day or the same day. I mean, all your clothes off, you just wig off, you just sitting out on the top. I can only imagine. Terrible. Either way, this was another meme that she gave us. This is something that I would love to do to Namor.
I'm just gonna suck it off the bone.
There you go.
And also there was a clip from this that went viral of her talking about the science of choosing the right monologues for your auditions if you're an actor, actress. She was like, a lot of people want to save their best monologue, their best thing for last in these auditions, and she was just like, child, please make sure that you catch these people's attention the moment that you step in the room. Do your best one first, because these people who are listening to, watching you audition have been listening to 50 other people before you. So it was really cool to see her talk so candidly. I mean, like I said, I will watch Viola Davis do anything, talk about anything, be anything, since she's an actress. But yeah, it was really cool to see her speak about that. So Issa Rae ended up doing this huge feature in Elle magazine. She looks so cool here. Hey Issa, what's up? But one of the statements that she said went kind of viral. And she was talking about Ezra Miller. While I don't support people jumping to, this is what she said, while I don't support people jumping to immediate conclusions, and I think it's entirely fair for investigations to happen, I think it's extremely important to, like the mantra says, listen to women. I'm gonna be real. The stuff that's happening with Ezra Miller is to me a microcosm of Hollywood. There's this person who's a repeat offender who's been behaving atrociously, and as opposed to shutting them down and shutting the production down, there's an effort to save the movie and them. That is a clear example of the lengths that Hollywood will go to save itself and to protect others. So don't do that. And many women may be able to thrive. They won't have to live in fear of keeping silent because it'll ruin their careers. It's just a constant pattern of abuse that'll only persist if Hollywood continues to insist on being this way. So obviously, like I said, she definitely didn't only just talk about Ezra Miller in this interview, right? But this definitely caught a lot of people's attention, and she didn't lie. She didn't lie, and I think that's what we've kind of been talking about for the past how many weeks, months, when it comes to not only Hollywood, but also the music industry, like we just was talking about. But I think all of that goes back to coin, like most things on this fucking planet. With a lot of major industries, it's very much the bottom line. That's it. I mean, I feel like you can't be a major industry in this kind of economy, in this planet's economy, if you're not only about your bottom line. And a lot of that is about, okay, how much can we get away? How much money can we squeeze out this situation until the PR looks so bad, until the PR looks so terrible that we can't squeeze any coin out of this shit anymore? And it's like, I don't think that these cycles of abuse or these excuses for abusive behavior will ever change if that's the kind of approach that we use when it comes to, I mean, industry, art, anything. This economy, I mean, the whole entire way that economy, money, and all that shit works would have to change, in my opinion, for any real lasting change to be happening for real. Because people, especially people who are used to having a whole lot of coin, bitch, they gonna want their coin no matter what. That's it. So if that means ignoring victims or putting up with abusive, atrocious fucking behavior, it doesn't matter to a lot of people as long as they get their coin. That's it. So unless that fact about industry, about entertainment, about profit over people, like, unless that changes, because that's the foundation for everything. That's fucked up, you know? Unless that changes, I don't see real lasting change happening in regards to that. So, I mean, unfortunate, but that's what I see. Oh, by the way, this is the latest poster for The Little Mermaid, and it looks so cute. It looks so cute. I can't wait to hear Halle on this fucking soundtrack. Y'all have no idea. I have no idea. I can't wait to hear Halle. She gonna blow you bitches away. Like, oh my God, y'all should be running and scared. Y'all should be so scared. Anyway, love y'all so much. Thank you so much for checking out the video, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
Hey, Hades, can you fuck me in your all black Mercedes? You can take my soul, just let me be first lady. But I won't sacrifice this